The Prentice Alsop Heating and Air Coaches Corner, fueled by Donut Country and McDonald's Murfreesboro on FM 101.9 and AM 1450 Murfreesboro, FM 100.5 Smyrna, and streaming at WGNSSports.com.
We are back here on the Coaches Show, brought to you by Middle Tennessee Electric, serving our community by providing affordable, reliable, and safe electricity. Online at mte.com. Coach Tony Rutland joins us this morning, the head coach of the Laverne Wolverines, and made it through another Smyrna battle last night.
Yeah, I'm starting to realize how big, the Laverne-Smyrna battle is. I just trying to get my guys to focus on that. I think they came out because they were at home really intense, and we were just laid back. And, Smyrna's a great team. I told my guys that, they have been in so many games, and last night they played, I would say, a complete four-quarter game. And I think, guys like Landon, Sherman and TJ Tarski-Jones stepped up because they've been in those situations, and that's why we played the schedules that we played in early on, because district play is never going to be easy. So the tough games, if we can battle out tough road games, I'll take it.
Yeah, well, you hear in rival games, you throw the record out the window, and there's so much truth to that. But it's amazing how, you go from generation to generation, and it's that rivalry is kind of baked in,
It is. Some teachers who went to Smyrna, or some teachers, at Smyrna, I don't know if they have teachers that went to Laverne, but, they tell me about it, and, I understand it. And it goes back, like Wake Forest and Duke and Carolina. Mm-hmm. They're always rivalry games, and, any team can beat anybody. You could be the bottom of the barrel and play the first place team, but it's just that rivalry game, and they're going to play their best.
Well, it's not only a rival game, but it's a district game. If it's 1 point, 10 points, 20 points, doesn't matter. It's still on the win side for you guys. 57-56 last night.
Definitely. And, I'll take it. We didn't shoot the ball as well as we normally have, and again, credit to Smyrna and their game plan. Our first half we played fairly well. We had guys that step up and knock down some baskets, and then the second half we had again Tarski-Jones come in, and he's just getting off an injury, so we just been able to have him back for last couple of games, and he's stepped up and give us good minutes, and to have him there as a veteran guy, and only a junior, but he's been through the struggles, and he was able to finish and knock down free throws.
Well, when you put guys in situations, sometimes you've got a November crowd. It's a lot different than a January, February crowd too, and you get student involvement, and everybody's pumped up, fired up, gym's full. I mean, it's a different animal, really.
It was a great crowd. Again, Smyrna did an excellent job feeding into their crowd. Their crowd gave them a lot of boost and momentum after every made baskets. And, again, Smyrna fed off of it. I guarantee if they had a crowd like that every game, they would play intense like that for four quarters. Hopefully we can do the same. I think we had a good crowd against Stewart's Creek. So, we have a couple of more home games before the district tournament. So, but we do have, some tough road games. And, again, playing on the road in the beginning of the year helps us for tough district games on the road.
Well, win last night, and just listen to some of these scores. 52-48 win over Lebanon on Tuesday. And then 74-52 over Stewart's Creek the Friday before, and then a 55-54 win over Cookeville. This is an interesting district race this year.
It is. One thing I'm trying to get into my guys is about finishing games. A lot of times they look at their scoreboard watching, and they start not focusing and start doing things that is not part of the game plan. And I think once we start focusing and start, trying to put teams away in the fourth quarter. I think the score would show. But, when we give other teams the opportunity to score, we turn the ball over, live ball turnovers, the momentum changes. And, the game is full of runs. And, if we can't stop our run, the other team's runs with either baskets or free throws, then, the momentum have shifted and now we're in a battle. But last night was a little different. I didn't call timeout because I needed our guys to really understand that we have to focus and we have to beat games. I remember Coach Odom at Wake Forest used to call timeouts and tell us, hey, you got yourself in this mess, get yourself out of it. And that's what it was last night. And I think they stepped up to occasion. We'll take the win, but we got a lot of work to do because everybody is gunning for us, but they don't get it. If they're not, I'm not saying that Vergne is not used to like winning and being on top, but some of the guys have never been in this situation. And if you've never been in that situation, it's hard to coach because knowing how to win and being a winner is tough. If you're used to giving up games and being okay with losing, then they're okay with it. And we're not. But hey, I mean, a win is a win, whether it's 1 point, 2 points, I'll take it. But I'd rather have some cushion, though.
Sure. Who wouldn't, right?
Right.
We've got Vergne coach Tony Rutland joining us this morning. 6-0 in the district, I think. Something like that.
Mm-hmm.
The O part is good.
Yes,
and that's kind of where you want to be. But the race this time in the district is just so wild. Stewart's Creek's second. They got a win over Cookeville last night, but it was a close game with you guys. And then Smyrna, you had a close game with Lebanon. I mean, really up and down the whole district is it's a razor's edge right there, I guess.
It is. Again, the way Smyrna played last night, they can beat anybody in our district. Stewart's Creek has been on fire. They're playing really well. They got guys stepping up. You never know who's going to be the guy on their team. And you look at Cookeville, and they're a veteran team. They're going to give their guys the ball who is going to be able to make plays. And, again, it's always hard to win on the road. And you look at, Cookeville losing on the road, it's probably a hostile environment. Stewart's Creek, they bring a great crowd, and we have to go there. And then turn around Tuesday, we go to Cookeville. I'm pretty sure they're going to bring a crowd. So we have to travel, and we have to be able to win on the road. But we have two tough road games.
Yeah, the rest of the regular season here for you, at Cookeville, at Stewart's Creek next week, and then home games versus Wilson Central and Smyrna. So you get to do what you did last night all over again at your place.
Yeah, for sure. And, it'll be senior night, so hopefully we'll be able to bring a crowd just like they did. But, me as a coach and a former player, I love the environment, and, hopefully the kids will cherish it and understand that, hey, if I played bad, what can I do to play better on the next game and capitalize on it?
Well, Landon has been landing for you. Bryant had 24 last night. He had 13 in the win over Lebanon, had 22 in your win over Stewart's Creek, and 31 in the win over Cookeville. So he's your man right now.
Yeah, and Cecil asked me last night, does he have a chance to be Mr. Basketball? And I said politically no, but technically, yeah. I mean, he's probably one of the best all-around guards in the area, if not in the mid-state, maybe the state. I mean, he plays the 1, 2, 3. He could play 5. He guards the 5. He's become a leader for me. He's knocked down tough shots. Again, his stats have gone up since I moved him to point guard. And so when you have a guy like that that's willing to make that change within a year, I mean, he's become one of the best players. So, me personally, yes, he's one of the top players in the state.
Was that a hard decision for you, for him? Did he take, move into point guard? Sometimes there's,
No, it wasn't a hard decision for me because I had to do it my senior year.
Sure.
My senior year, Allen wasn't playing, and I had to go from 2 to 1. And so it was an easy transition for me to help him. And he was willing because, again, I think for him to maybe get into college, it would give him more boost in recruiting. Sure. And so, it was an easy transition. He's taken it in. A couple of games here and there in the beginning, but he's settled in, and he still has to trust his teammates. He wants to take it upon himself all the time, but he wastes a lot of energy doing it. But he plays the whole game, so he's good.
You can certainly feel that he has embraced that role and has succeeded in that role.
Yeah, and again, I told him, like, you're a leader and the team follows. Like, you have to understand vocally and on the court, you have to be a leader, whether it's scoring or not. And I think Landon has done that this year. And you go back to his sophomore year, he was district MVP of our district and the tournament, and then first team and all state last year. So he's improved every year.
Well, Coach, it's good talking with you, and I guess by the next time we'll kind of be down to the nitty-gritty next time we have you on here.
Yeah, we will, and hopefully I won't be stressed as much as I was last night, but I'm sure we'll take care of it.
Well, 2 important weeks coming up for all of our high school programs, as well here, of course, for the Laverne boys. Good luck, and we'll see you in a few weeks.
Thank you.
That's Coach Tony Rutland joining us, talking Laverne boys basketball today on the Coaches Show, brought to you by the law offices of John Day. They've helped thousands of people get legal help when they need it the most. If you've been injured, call the law offices of John Day.
Don't let concerns about today's events derail your long-term financial strategy. Hi, I'm Edward Jones financial advisor Lee Colvin, and I'm here to help. We can work together to understand the impact of these events and make sure that your goals are top of mind. While you can't control market volatility, we'll help focus on what you can control. We can connect in several virtual ways. Start by giving me a call at 615-907-7056. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Rely on the experienced professionals